I was scammed. A feature important to me is missing. Hope your randomly polled players made the right choice. Final cries of a dying player base. And the straw that broke the camel's back? A very well put together development update. Kind of. Fen Research released their first weekly ongoing update announcement. This is the most clear development log we've had in quite some time, as before all this we've mostly been dealing with tweets and in-game news with varying timelines and shifting priorities. The weekly leak describes what each member of the team had been working on in a clear-cut manner, some insight into parts of the design and development such as details about music tracks or a future potential raid, as well as these informative infographics that details where all their projects are at. Reception to this update was positive, almost decidedly so. Even the Steam forums, which are notoriously critical as well as full of people gesture farming, was looking good. So what happened? Well, a closer look at these charts shows less work has been done than some people following the game has been expecting. We've heard about these Hope Port quests being in progress for quite some time now. So much so that the quest next week has turned from something exciting into something genuinely exhausting to hear. Additionally, showing information on Stonemore Hill, people noted that some things were missing, notably combat rework and trading. Trading is a core feature of MMOs and it isn't in the game yet. I know for a fact some of you just found that out just now and are going to start typing about how the game's been out for 6 months and there's still no trading and that's a huge joke. And you'd be exactly right. And that's part of where this drama comes from. Time and time again, fans of the game have been told that trading is coming since it was announced that it wouldn't be in the game before launch. But today, we found out that it was not currently a priority to work on through an officially unofficial stream from the community manager. And the reason that there isn't a priority right now is because they asked people in-game how they felt about trading and whether it was important to them. But they felt that content was more important, which is flawed. You can't hold back trading for 6 months, ask the remaining basically Iron Man players in-game, hey, do you specifically want trading? And be surprised when they say not really. They discussed internally and came to the same conclusion. I'm certain for many reasons they haven't talked about, but one of which being that there's not enough players to trade with. Personally, have seen a lot of messages from people on Reddit, on Discord, and in my own YouTube comments saying they're waiting for trading before they play again. So why did they do this? Because Steam forums, Reddit, and Discord are negative. Why are they negative? Because they're unhappy with the updates. Why are they unhappy with the updates? Because expectations aren't being met. Why are expectations not being met? Because they're not heard. Why are they not heard? Because they're negative. There's a little bit more to it than this. There are actually positive comments and feedback across all the platforms. But there is drama that fans are sore from in the past, and as well as there's some unmoderated users that spouted outright hate speech to the developers by name, which would completely take away any reasonable desire to work with them. But on the other side, the cadence of the updates as well as the many roadblocks throughout development have slowed it down significantly. Some people have been more patient than others, but at its core, I believe this negative feedback loop caused a vicious crash out from some of the most dedicated fans, including, well, me. I've wanted to talk about this for a while now, but this dragged it out of me kicking and screaming. Fen Research's new stance is heads down and work. This, in my opinion, is good. I think that too much casual communication has created a parasocial relationship with the developers and the players, which made it so people can poke and ask what they want when they want. This is where Quest Next Week and other poorly proposed timelines and broken expectations were created in the first place. Big thanks to this asshole. While I am personally disappointed with the team's current priorities and the content of the weekly leak update, I strongly believe this is a good direction to take the updates from here on out. At the same time, looking too closely at the game's development has put me in the same boat of impatience and frustration. To be objective, their new starters start next week and the week after. Given a few weeks, they should be ramped up to speed, and we might see an increase in updates and content. These devlogs continue, I won't be doing weekly videos on them, but we'll definitely talk about them on the fortnightly podcast. Instead, I'll be working on the content for other MMOs while we wait together for the few who remain. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.